Hello friends, it's me, VJKhan. Now we all like to think of our homes as our personal sanctuaries, a safe haven from the outside world. But what if I told you, your cozy, safe home might be hiding silent dangers in every corner, from expired pills innocently sitting in your medicine cabinet, to a potential fire hazard tangled up in your holiday decoration box? These are the kinds of everyday items that almost everyone keeps, tucked away and forgotten, without ever realizing the serious risks they might pose to our health and safety. It's a bit unsettling to think about, I know. So today, we're going on a little investigative journey together. We're going to become home detectives and uncover these hidden threats. We'll be revealing 13 things you should never keep at home. But let's be honest, most of us probably still do. I'm definitely guilty of a few of these myself. And just to pique your interest, number 7 on our list is something you've almost definitely touched this week, maybe even just a few hours ago, without a second thought. Are you ready to find out what's really lurking in your drawers and closets? Let's dive in and transform our homes from a space with hidden hazards into a truly safe and peaceful retreat for our families. We'll look at why these items are dangerous, what the experts say, and what we can do about them. It's time to get informed and take control of our environment, because a safer home is a happier home, and it all starts with knowing what to look out for. Let's get started. Alright, first up on our list is something we all have, the medicine cabinet. And lurking inside is our number 1 hidden danger: expired medications. I know, it seems harmless to keep that old bottle of painkillers or that leftover prescription from a few years ago. You might think, what's the harm? It might come in handy someday. But here's the thing. Once a medication passes its expiration date, its chemical composition can change. The FDA warns that this can make them less effective, meaning that antibiotic you're taking for a new infection might not actually work, which can lead to more serious illness. But it's not just about them losing their potency. In some cases, expired drugs can actually become toxic and dangerous to ingest. Certain medications, like tetracycline antibiotics, can degrade into harmful substances that can cause serious kidney damage. And beyond the chemical risks, there's the danger of accidental poisoning, especially with children or pets in the house, or even misuse by others. So that seemingly innocent bottle is a bit of a ticking time bomb. It's time to do a clean out and find a proper drug take-back program. Let's move from the bathroom to that one drawer we all have. You know the one, the junk drawer. Our second danger is hiding in there. Old batteries. We toss them in there when they die, thinking we'll deal with them later. But these little power cells can be surprisingly destructive. As batteries age, especially alkaline ones, their casing can corrode and leak a substance called potassium hydroxide. This is a caustic agent that can cause chemical burns to your skin and eyes, and it can ruin whatever device or surface it leaks onto. And it gets even more serious with lithium-ion batteries, the kind in your old phones or laptops. If they get damaged, punctured, or short-circuited by touching other metal objects in that drawer, they can overheat and start a fire, a phenomenon known as thermal runaway. It's a significant fire risk that many people are completely unaware of. Instead of hoarding them in a drawer, they need to be disposed of properly at a designated recycling center. It's safer for you and way better for the environment. Speaking of old electronics, that brings us to danger number 3, unused electronics themselves. That old laptop in the closet, the collection of ancient cell phones in a box, the dusty desktop computer in the garage. They seem inert, but they are problematic for a few big reasons. First, data security. Did you fully wipe that old hard drive? Old devices are treasure troves of personal information, from bank details and passwords to private photos and messages. If they fall into the wrong hands, you're looking at a major identity theft risk. Second, these devices are full of toxic heavy metals like lead, mercury, cadmium, and beryllium. When they sit around, they're generally stable. But if they get broken or end up in a landfill, these toxins can leach into the soil and groundwater, causing serious environmental contamination and health problems for entire communities. This e-waste is a massive global problem. So before you store it and forget it, consider finding a certified e-waste recycler that can safely dispose of the hazardous materials and protect your personal data. Next, let's head to the kitchen, a place where we prepare our food and nourish our families. Hidden danger number 4 is lurking in your food storage cabinet. Plastic containers with BPA. BPA, or bisphenol A, is an industrial chemical that has been used to make certain plastics and resins since the 1960s. You'll find it in many hard plastic containers, the kind you might use for leftovers. The problem is, research has shown that BPA can seep from the container into your food, especially when the plastic is heated in a microwave or dishwasher. The health concerns associated with BPA exposure are pretty significant, ranging from effects on the brain and prostate gland of fetuses, infants, and children to potential links to increased blood pressure and other issues in adults. While many companies have moved to BPA-free plastics, it's a good practice to be cautious. An easy and much safer alternative is to switch to glass, stainless steel, or ceramic containers for your food storage. They don't leach chemicals, they last longer, and they're just all around better for your health and peace of mind. Let's go back to the garage or basement for danger number 5, old paint and chemicals. After a home improvement project, it's so easy to just stick that half-used can of paint or varnish on a shelf and forget about it. Same goes for old cleaners, pesticides, or gasoline. But these containers are not meant for indefinite storage. Over time, the cans can rust and leak, releasing hazardous fumes known as volatile organic compounds, or VOCs. Inhaling these fumes can cause headaches, dizziness, and long-term respiratory problems. And let's not forget the flammability risk. Many of these products, especially oil-based paints, solvents, and fuels, are extremely flammable. Storing them in an area that can get hot, like a garage in the summer, or near a water heater with a pilot light, is basically creating a fire hazard. Proper disposal is crucial. You can't just throw them in the regular trash. You need to check with your local waste management facility for designated hazardous waste drop-off days to get rid of them safely. Our 6th hidden danger is something your grandmother probably swore by: mothballs. Those pungent white balls are designed to kill moths and their larvae to protect your wool sweaters. The problem is, the chemical that makes them work is incredibly toxic. Most mothballs are made of either naphthalene or paradichlorobenzene. Both of these chemicals are solid at room temperature, but turn into a gas that is toxic to insects, and also to humans and pets. The fumes can cause headaches, nausea, dizziness, and eye and respiratory irritation. Long-term exposure to naphthalene is even linked to more severe health issues, including damage to red blood cells. The biggest risk is accidental poisoning. They look a bit like candy, making them a serious danger for young children or pets who might ingest them. There are so many safer, natural alternatives like cedar blocks, lavender sachets, or just regularly cleaning and airing out your closets. It's time to ditch the toxic fumes for something that smells nice and won't harm your family. Okay, here it is. The one I promised you've definitely touched recently. Danger number 7 is old receipts. Yes, those flimsy little pieces of thermal paper you get from the grocery store, the gas station, the coffee shop. I have a whole collection of them in my wallet and car right now. There are 2 main problems here. The first is that the coating on thermal paper that allows for ink-free printing often contains, you guessed it, BPA, or a similar chemical called BPS. Studies have shown these chemicals can be absorbed through your skin just by handling the receipts. The second risk is identity theft. We often just crumple them up and toss them, but receipts can contain more information than you think, like the last 4 digits of your credit card, your signature, or details about your purchasing habits that could be exploited by criminals. The solution is simple: go digital. Opt for e-receipts whenever possible. For the paper ones you must keep for returns or records, take a photo of them and then shred the physical copy. It's a small change that reduces your chemical exposure and protects your private information. Let's talk about something you get very intimate with every single night. Danger number 8 is your old pillow. We love our pillows, we get attached to them, but they have a pretty gross and unhealthy secret. Over time, pillows become a breeding ground for all sorts of unpleasant things. They absorb our sweat, body oils, and dead skin cells, creating the perfect feast for millions of microscopic dust mites. The waste products from these dust mites are a major trigger for allergies and asthma. But it doesn't stop there. All that moisture can also lead to the growth of bacteria and mold inside your pillow. You're essentially resting your head for 8 hours a night on a sponge of allergens and germs, which can lead to skin breakouts, respiratory issues, and just poor sleep quality. Experts recommend replacing your pillows every 1 to 2 years. It might seem wasteful, but when you think about what's accumulating inside them, a fresh, clean pillow is a simple and essential investment in your health. This next one is critically important and often overlooked. Danger number 9 is a broken or expired smoke detector. A smoke detector is one of the most important safety devices in your home, giving you and your family the crucial early warning you need to escape a fire. But they don't last forever, and a non-working one is just a piece of plastic on your ceiling. The sensors inside them degrade over time. The National Fire Protection Association recommends replacing the entire unit every 10 years, regardless of whether you've been changing the batteries. It's also crucial to test them regularly. You should be pressing that test button at least once a month to make sure the alarm sounds, and replacing the batteries at least once a year. A good rule of thumb is to do it when you change your clocks for daylight saving time. A fire can double in size every minute, so every second counts. Taking a few minutes to check your smoke detectors is one of the most impactful things you can do to protect your home and your loved ones. Don't wait until it's too late. Right along the same lines as the smoke detector is our 10th hidden danger, an expired fire extinguisher. It's great that you have one. You bought it, stuck it under the sink or in the garage, and you feel prepared. But did you know that they expire? Over time, the pressure inside the canister can slowly leak out, meaning it won't have enough force to spray when you need it most. Or the chemical powder inside can settle and compact, basically turning into a solid brick that won't discharge. You need to check your fire extinguisher regularly. Look at the pressure gauge. The needle should be in the green zone. Also, check for an expiration date, which is often stamped on the bottom or on the label. Some rechargeable models just need to be serviced every few years, while disposable ones need to be replaced entirely, usually every 10 to 12 years. A study found that a shocking number of household extinguishers are non-functional due to age or lack of maintenance. An extinguisher that doesn't work is worse than no extinguisher at all, because it gives you a false sense of security. Alright, let's lighten the mood a little, but stay on the topic of expiration dates. Danger number 11 is hiding in your makeup bag, old makeup. Yes, that mascara you've had for a year, that lipstick you only wear on special occasions, that eyeshadow palette from 2018. Just like food, cosmetics have a shelf life, and using them past their prime can be really bad for your skin and eyes. Every time you use a product, you introduce bacteria from your skin, fingers, or the air into the container. Over time, these bacteria multiply in that dark and often moist environment. Using expired eye makeup like mascara or eyeliner can lead to nasty eye infections, pink eye, or styes. Old foundation and concealer can cause clogged pores, breakouts, and skin irritation. There's usually a tiny symbol on the packaging. It looks like an open jar with a number like 6M or 12M that tells you how many months the product is good for after opening. It's time to do a purge. Your skin will thank you. This is a simple one, but it's a security risk we often ignore. Danger number 12 is that bowl or drawer of unused keys. You know what I'm talking about. The keys from your old apartment, the key your neighbor gave you 5 years ago, keys to cars you no longer own, and a dozen mystery keys that you have no idea what they open. It seems harmless to let them pile up, but each one of those keys is a potential security breach. If those keys were ever lost or stolen, could someone identify which lock they belong to? A key to your old house might still work on the garage or a side door if the new owners never changed the locks. That mystery key could be a master key to your office building. The biggest risk is the unknown. You don't know what it opens, so you don't know what's vulnerable. It's good security practice to get rid of keys you no longer need. For security, don't just toss them in the trash. Take them to a recycling center that accepts scrap metal to ensure they are properly destroyed. And finally, let's talk about something that brings joy but can also bring danger. Our 13th and final item is old holiday lights. We pull them out of a dusty box year after year, untangle the mess, and plug them in. But old, incandescent string lights can be a serious fire hazard. The wires can become frayed or cracked from years of use and storage, creating a risk of electric shock or a spark that could ignite a dry Christmas tree or other decorations. The National Fire Protection Association, or NFPA, reports that electrical distribution or lighting equipment is involved in 40% of home Christmas tree fires. Modern LED lights are a much safer alternative. They run cooler, use less energy, and are more durable. Before you decorate this year, carefully inspect every strand of lights, new or old. Look for cracked sockets, frayed wires, or loose connections. And please, throw away any strands that look damaged. It's not worth risking a fire for a little bit of festive sparkle. So there you have it. 13 hidden dangers that might be lurking in our homes right now. From expired pills in the bathroom to forgotten electronics in the closet, we've all probably been guilty of keeping things we shouldn't. But after today, we know better. The goal isn't to make you feel anxious or paranoid, but to empower you with knowledge. Your home should be a place of peace and safety, not a space filled with silent threats. You don't have to tackle everything at once. Start small. Choose one drawer or one cabinet to check today. You might be surprised by what you find and how good it feels to take that one small step. If you found this video helpful and it made you think, please give it a thumbs up and consider sharing it with someone you care about. A friend, a parent, a new homeowner. And of course, don't forget to subscribe to VJKhan Family Entertainment for more smart, family-friendly tips and surprising stories every single week. We love having you as part of our community, and your support means the world to us. Let's make our homes safer, together. Because ultimately, your home safety is not about what you have. It's about what you choose to keep. It's about being mindful and making conscious choices that protect your family's well-being. Thank you so much for watching and for taking this journey with me. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay smart, and keep your home happy.